Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Mark's Guide. This is the final mission. This is 64? Yeah, 64. The Doom Herald. And this one is all the way, the stone is all the way kind of where we fought Bartandalus. And I don't remember what chapter that was. Anyways. Here it is. Class A. I'd say it's the most difficult mission in the game. So what I did here actually was to, I beat it once, and then I got the reward there, which is the gold watch. And the gold watch actually extends your target time, so basically it makes it easier to get 5-star ratings. So that is what I did, just to try to, you know, have an easier time getting that 5-star. It's actually the only, this is the only mark that I ever actually used the the gold watch to get that 5-star rating. I don't know, it's kind of a rough fight, to be honest. I used Vanille, Fang, and Hope here. Reason being, I actually went with the, I think it's kind of commonly referred to as the poison method. And poison just does a ton of damage to him because he's got so much health. And so that strategy can really help you out. So what I'm doing here actually is basically I just use my saboteurs when it's kind of safe to. And then when he uses impenetrable aura, you can't do anything to him, and he wipes off all of his debuffs. So what I do during that time is buff myself up. I like to use Vanille and Fang because they've got the upgraded buffs. And then I usually just have Hope during that time do the healing. So you'll kind of see how this ends up playing out. For this guy, I would definitely say it's worthwhile to wait until your characters are fully developed. You know, that's gonna help you out big time, not only with the stats but also with buffs and whatnot. You know, it's nice to have everybody's, you know, synergist role fleshed out. So anyways, you'll see me doing essentially the same thing, you know, over and over. And that's that, you know, once he actually starts attacking again, I'll use Vanille and Fang and have them, you know, as their saboteur roles. And then Hope will be the one healing. And, yeah, well, I finally got a bunch of debuffs stacked down there. But, again, unfortunately, the problem with him is he wipes them all out. So, one other nice thing, though, too, is that every time he uses the impenetrable aura, he adds buffs to himself. Now, at the beginning of the fight, he's only going to use, what is this, bravery. But as the fight progresses, he will buff himself up even more. So that's another really good reason to have, you know, multiple saboteurs. And that's just to remove those buffs as fast as possible. So you can see poison is gradually doing damage. The other thing with this guy that makes him so difficult to beat is that he wipes out the chain gauge too whenever he uses impenetrable aura. So, you know, unfortunately, you only get so much time to deal damage to him, and then he wipes it back down to nothing. So that's another, I guess, kind of reason why I would say that, you know, the poison method works really well. As again, just because it's hard to stack up any meaningful damage on him anyway. And then, as you can see here, I think he's starting to use putrescence, and I think, if I remember right, that removes buffs from your characters. So, like I said, the battle gradually gets more and more difficult here as putrescence. So let's see here. Yep, that just wiped off Protect and Shell. I should say Protect. I think it's Protectga and Shellga. That's the upgraded versions. And here's Impenetrable Aura. So again, going back to, I use Recuperation here, obviously Vanille and Fang in their synergist roles. And then again, Hope, healing. I feel like And that's kind of the reason why I really like this combination of characters here. Number one, Vanille and Fang together, you know, do really strong buffs, but for very short periods of time. But that's perfect. That's perfect for this fight. You know, number one, unfortunately your buffs probably aren't going to last very long in the first place, and so you know, it's okay that you don't have or you don't have to worry so much about the duration. Excuse me. Here's Wind Shear. I don't know. That's kind of a rough ability. He gets some. Trying to think of all the different abilities that he uses, and I think he's gonna have a couple more too. But I guess we'll point those out once we actually get there. Wind Shear doesn't seem like it's that bad. That one didn't seem too rough. I know he does get a couple that are absolutely brutal though. So we'll keep my eyes peeled here for when he starts using those. Alright, so he's still only buffing himself up with bravery and faith, which, you know, not too big of an issue. It's easy enough to get rid of those right away. And then here I'm trying to yeah, there you go. I manually was getting him poisoned. And to be honest, that's the real way to. Sorry, if you're controlling your Saboteur, that's kind of the way, or the best way to do it. You want to keep poison on him at all times, and you want to get it back on him as early as possible. You know, just to keep it ticking away at his health. He just has so much HP that it ends up being insanely useful. And then on top of that, one other thing is here when he's in his impenetrable aura, if you notice, he's healing himself as well. By like quite a bit, yeah, like 60,000 per tick. So I don't know if that gets any better, or like, you know, if he starts healing more, but I mean that's a pretty significant amount of health that he's gaining back. So if you're trying to just, you know, beat him straight up and just, you know, use the chain gauge and, you know, relentless assault and that sort of thing, it really works against you, and that it really ends up taking a lot of time to try to take him down like that. And as you can see here, my buffs are getting dangerously low, I would say. And it's generally not a good idea to try to keep pounding away at him if your buffs, you know, fall this, or if you run out of buffs like this. The problem is he's going to start using more powerful abilities, and you're going to get yourself into trouble. So if that starts to happen, you may want to stick to like a Saboteur, Synergist, and Medic paradigm altogether, because that way you can buff yourself up while healing yourself and trying to apply poison. Here is Wicked Whirl. That, I think, is his strongest ability. Usually, in order to combat that, I use like the Tortoise paradigm there with the all Sentinel. That's gonna be kind of key to surviving this fight. You have to be expecting it to come out, and or be prepared for it to come out, and react accordingly. Because, like I said, it's an extremely damaging move. But with a Tortoise paradigm, you can really reduce the amount of damage that he puts out there. And here you see we're getting him down there pretty well. I think he's down to right around 50% now. But you know, unfortunately, as the fight goes on, it does get a little more dangerous. And there he is healing more. He's healing for 86,000 right now. So yeah, as the fight goes on, he unfortunately heals for more. I'm trying to check too on his buffs. Yeah, so here he's got Bravery, Faith, and now he's got Protect as well. So you know, again, Wicked Whirl, switch to Tortoise, and switch back. Excuse me. But yeah, and that's you know, it's important to get those buffs off right away. Oop, Hope died. Okay. Let's renew. and that can happen. Not too big of a deal. I mean, it's pretty annoying, and it can actually really set you back, to be honest. I guess I was at an okay point here to to have him die. I guess I was actually a little worried about my rating. I figured that, being that Hope died, I was gonna, lose a lot of time and buff time and whatnot, and I thought that was gonna really be an issue, but it turned out to, and I mean, it ended up okay. Obviously, I wish I would have been paying more attention and made sure that didn't happen, but that kind of is what'll happen, if your buffs start running a little too low, and maybe if you're a little too slow on getting healed back up. But anyways, like I was saying there, it's nice to get him debuffed as soon as possible, and that'll just reduce the amount of damage, especially like what he'll do here with Wicked Whirl. You really don't want him, having his buffs up and then having to try to deal with all that damage. So here, as you can kind of see, being that my buffs are getting a little low, I'm trying to spend a little more time in my buffing paradigm, and especially being that I'm getting poison to land so quickly, we can kind of afford to jump back into a buffing paradigm. And that being said, now as far as equipment here, I've got Vanille equipped with her Marlboro wand, and Fang has got her, I forget what the name of it is, but it's the one that increases the rate of her debuffs landing. So, kind of the same types of weapons, I suppose. And I obviously found those to be very, very useful for this fight because, again, I was really trying to get most of my damage to come from poison anyway. So getting those to land more often, I felt was kind of key. And keep in mind, I actually don't have tier 3 weapons with anybody. I actually went through the entire game and didn't upgrade anyone's weapon. Nope, there goes Hope died again. So yeah, this was not looking very good. And I didn't have enough. It looks like I didn't have enough TP to use Renew here, so it got a little hairy there. I think I expected to lose this one, and that's kind of why I went with this Ravager Commando setup. That's really weird. Yeah, I think I kind of expected to lose that. Otherwise, that was just a bad paradigm swap. I really don't. Well, yeah, I don't know. That's hard to say. It may have just been a bad paradigm swap. We've almost got him, though. We're getting really close. This is where it kind of gets a little rough, though. Like I said, just because it's if you get behind on buffs and you spend a little bit too much time in your buffing paradigm and don't remove his fast enough after Impenetrable Aura, it can get a little crazy. And here you go. Here he's got what was that? Protect, Shell, Bravery, and Faith. So he really sticks the debuffs on him. Or sorry, he really puts the buffs on himself. And that's another good reason to have the double Saboteur, just so that you can get rid of those as soon as possible. Alright, wow, I got all kinds of debuffs on him. Fun. Wicked Whirl again. I'd say that a lot of your success in this battle is going to be determined by how quickly you can get into that tortoise formation, because that is absolutely brutal. Now here I kind of just went all out, and this ended up working out really well. I was surprised at how long I was able to do damage to him, and actually we're going to end it like right here. That was really, I want to say, ballsy, because I kind of just decided to stop buffing and go for the kill. So Luckily, it worked out for me. And here is the gold watch. So that's the first time reward. Obviously, I had to do a cut there because you know, I wanted to show you guys my actual 5-star kill. But like I said earlier, I actually used the gold watch and equipped that for my 5-star kill. So if you're trying for the 5-star, you know, that can help you out. And you can check out, I've got a short little clip here of what I had Fang equipped with. So anyways, I hope this guide was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed the marks and the mark guide. All right, thanks for watching.